Now get ready. Here we go.
What is going on, everybody? It is Arkham. We are at Six Flags Great Adventure for the first time in a couple of weeks. The last time we were here was before our small Ohio trip where we visited Kennywood, Cedar Point, as well as Kings Island. So if you have not seen those vlogs, be on the lookout for those as they drop periodically throughout the coming weeks. But also we are back because it is the Star Spangled Nights here at the park. It is the 4th of July, which is a great time to be here and catch up on some roller coasters and see whatever's new at the park, especially right up front. We have a whole new sign, and this actually looks really, really good. Just seeing this in person just makes Pop even more. We also have Bugs and Wildy sporting their amazing 4th of July outfits, and that Great Adventure sign looks stunning. That looks more permanent to me, and that looks beautiful. I love that now. I really love how it looks now. But let's get into the park for sure. We're gonna get on a lot of rides. The plan is to be here all day, which I haven't done that in a very long time here, but I've heard through the grapevine a lot has happened, so I think this bodes well for me and all the content you're gonna get from today, so let's go. Oh, this is cute. They're having all the statues hold the flags. That's so cute. Even Roadrunner's holding one with his tail on the back. That's great. Well, the audio is back up and working again, which is awesome, because that's one of the things that has been missing over the past couple of times and the past couple of laps here. But it sounds like audio is back up and running. So we're right next to the Metro shop here where the former VIP lounge was. They added this sort of black wall covering. I'm not sure exactly what's directly behind it, but probably is going to be for a sign or something soon. So something to be on the lookout for and see how this wall develops. It is a little bit on the older side, so this was probably here last year and I just don't remember. Last time we were here, Wonder Woman was closed, but now it is back up and open. This is really good to see, as this is, as I mentioned in the last Great Adventure vlog, the only true thrilling flat ride we have left in the park for right now. So this is a big deal right here to have up and going when we can. And right on the side here, they have these yellow markers, says G4, that seems to line up and goes up to where the Stranger Things was. So my guess is they're probably just setting up stuff for Fright Fest again. And there's a couple more. There's one right there. They're all lined up in a straight line across Wonder Woman. I think this is all just for Fright Fest. Doesn't really seem to be of any concern for me. Right here in Gotham City, look who's back. The Eagle's back. This is really cool. Awesome prop that came back. The last time we saw this guy was on Veterans Day, so it's really cool to see this eagle back and standing here in the park. It's inflatable, very easy setup, and serves as a great spot to put it in for now. Seems like they're figuring out what to exactly do with this spot. Obviously they're putting this guy here for now, for today. I would assume he's probably going to be here again on Veterans Day this year, so this is really nice. Back at the Nitro sign, they have added a Presented by Stickers font to the bottom of the sign, and they've also touched upon it a little bit. If you look closely at the borders, it looks like the little screw bolts on the ends stick out a little bit more, but it is now Presented by Stickers. Looks like the ads have not gone away quite yet, but I will say that the sticker sign does look nice. So we are here now, and now the sun's really helping with the blue a lot. That feels very good. But we're here now, so might as well get to ride it on Nitro. This will also be my first time on Nitro since riding Diamondback at Kings Island, so this should be a very interesting comparison to make. Wow. And the D train is back. Oh yeah. Alright, who did it? 2 rides on Nitro in the D train. Ooh, so happy to see the D train back because this thing is running so good with it. Holy moly. D train is running fast and wild. The fact that it's already running as fast as it is mind-boggling to me. And it's not, it's actually 11:30 right now, but it is running relentlessly fast. That is awesome to see. Wow, wow, wow. And it's Barnstormer here. Not much has changed. It's pretty much been about the same as it's been the past couple of days, unfortunately, which is unfortunate because I'm hoping we'd see some kind of work by now, but it is what it is. That's unfortunate. I didn't mention this earlier, but over when we were by Nitro at Roaring Rapids, it looked like they were taking boats off of the water. Not sure what that exactly resembles. We'll kind of talk about it as we get closer to Log Flume, what probably ended up happening. Again, it's just a theory that I have, but both the water rides, Log Flume and Roaring Rapids, have been closed since like June. So we hopefully, I don't know if it's something to do with the water itself or it's anything of that sort, but we'll talk about it as we get closer to Log Flume. But I don't like that they're taking boats off. Nothing new with Swashbuckler, unfortunately. It's basically about the same. Joker, however, has been pretty much more consistently open, which is always great to see. It doesn't look like it has a crazy line either, which is always nice. But then again, crowds today, not very heavy, if at all. I think because it's going to be sunny all day, very, very little clouds. I think most people are going to end up going to the water park, coming back when the water park closes, and then the park probably by 7:30, 8 o'clock is going to be a little bit more packed. At least that's probably what's going to end up happening. Also at the top of Main Street, they have these red, white, and blue M&Ms that actually will lead you to the firework area, which I'll show you right now. And here's the firework area. You can actually see workers already on that back pier over there, getting the fireworks set up. That's where they'll launch from. So in terms of watching the fireworks in the park, there's multiple locations. Obviously, this is one of the locations right here. The other location I really like using is Bugs Bunny National Park because you get some really
celebration brought to you by
9:30. Okay, well it's 9:30 now, but I like going by Bugs Bunny National Park. I just think that you get really good views from the fireworks that still launch from right there. It's just not as crowded and packed. That's personally my preference, but most people will probably gather around right here. So just some thing that I do, but not by any means you have to do that, but just something that I recommend. If you are afraid of being or getting too crowded, then Bugs Bunny National Park is always a good spot. And again, because it's starting at 9:30 and not 10 o'clock, for all you know, you could probably get another ride in on something. And I think I foresee a lot of people taking advantage of that, going to fireworks and then going right to Flash, which is actually a really smart idea because if the audio's on, something tells me the lights are gonna be on too. Another thing that I'm noticing when I'm walking down here, I'm noticing a lot of these new posts here, which looks like they're gonna be used for lights at some point. There's all around this whole entire part in this back area of Dream Street. So they might be hanging some lights up here very soon, which would be great because this is an area that is desperately needed some lighting for sure. So this would be a very welcome change if that is the case. And it looks like up here in Dream Street, we have Sylvester and Tweety, and they are also sporting 4th of July outfits as well. And they look awesome. And at Adventure World, new shirts for Medusa. And now we're in the outpost. They've added another game right here, which looks like a temporary position right now, but that is a new game that is right next to the Primos, right where the Roller Coaster Coffee used to be. So, new game spot. Looks like one of those duck games. They're just bringing prizes over, so it must have just switched over like 2 days ago. And speaking of Roller Coaster Coffee, the sign's down, the walls are closed. No sign of anything from that. But speaking of signs, Stay Tuned has transformed into adventure gifts. This looks really nice. Looks very piratey, which I think is a good idea for a theme for here because it kind of feels like it's very pirate based, and they could easily take that into consideration, even though you have the lakefront, which is kind of supposed to resemble pirates a little bit. But this looks great. I love the sign. That looks really cool. They also had one of these at the very front of the park, but I didn't catch another one until now. But they have a private guided tour. They're promoting the private guided tours with VIP admission, parking, priority ride access, and meals and snacks. So they're starting to push these VIP tour things a little bit. So if this is something you're interested in, scan the QR code around the park and check out more details about it. Looks pretty interesting. I don't think it's anything that'll tickle my fancy just yet, but definitely is a possible option for you when you're here. I think there's something that would actually work really well, especially if you're coming here from Savannah Sunset and you're staying on site for a couple of days. Those VIP tours could actually be really useful to you. So that could be a worthwhile experience while you're here. And that sounds like El Toro's horn, so it seems like they're trying to get that back up and running. But this is another ride that has been on the ups and downs over the past week or so. So good to hear that the horn's been sounding over here, but from the looks of the crowds, it doesn't look like it's open. They do have El Mercado open, so looks like they're gonna try to push to have it open sooner or later. And there's also people back behind the Macho Nacho, so perhaps they'll have it all open very soon. That's a wonderful sign to see that thing testing. We'll come back to the bowl once it's up and ready to go, but speaking of up and ready to go, Runaway Mine Train is celebrating its 51st birthday today. Wow, we opened with the park essentially on the 4th of July of 1971, and it is here still kicking and being an awesome mine train coaster. So hopefully you got around to getting on this thing, which we definitely will today. So last time we were here, they were working on this fence here and adding these wood fences, and it looks like it's just about completed for the most part, because now that has also carried over to Medusa as well. And we'll show you a little bit here, but here it is. They're adding this wood fence line around Medusa as well, which I think is another huge plus. Looks like there's even a gate included as well. So, very big package deal, and this is gonna be super helpful. Unlike these that I've never really liked, these look way better. And the beautification of this park is very much progressing. It very much is. But we're here at Medusa, so let's get on. One ride on Medusa, and in the front row, like, that's just how insanely dead this ride is right now in terms of people at it. It's running great. It's such a great ride. I mean, it's starting to get slept on here in the park because it's so far back, but it's really a good ride. So make sure you get to the back left of the park, because this is where you'll find Medusa, and it's a hidden gem here in the park now. Classic, the first ever B&M Forest coaster. It holds up true to the others. And now we're here at the Runaway Mine Train. It is celebrating, as I mentioned earlier, 51 years of operation. And here it is, still kicking. We're gonna get on it in a moment. So Best of the West is not open, primarily because of whatever's happening here at Log Flume, which is really unfortunate. I don't exactly know what the plan is with them and why it is down, but they have drained a lot of water, so I don't know essentially what that would mean, but it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good, whatever ended up happening. Of course, we got to get on the runaway mine train. We got to get on it, right? Of course, we must. Runaway mine train kicks, guys. It absolutely kicks. It is insane. It's really crazy. That airtime, second row, is so ludicrously insane. It's incredible. It's a great family coaster. Best one in the park for sure right now. Alright, so here's the Log Flume, and as you can see, there's very minimal water. You can slightly see it, but there's very little water running through it right now, and there's 4 boats right now in the station. I cannot see if there are any more, whether they were taken off of the ride or not, but this is not the greatest of looks, especially in the summer, but something definitely seriously had to have happened to the ride to cause something like this sort of deep a closure. Now, again, I don't know if this closure affected Roaring Rapids or not, and why that ride's also closed, but it's not that great of a look right now, and it's just unfortunate timing. It's not really that don't say that the park closed it because, oh, they wanted to close it there, they don't have the staff. They have the staff. It's just something really bad happened. I don't know any details. If you guys know, I heard people say that something fell off of one of the things, but I don't know that much into it. But if you happen to know anything, let me know. But it's just unfortunate timing. That's really what this is, just bad timing. And I'm glad I made the whole loop around because Adventure Gifts is open, so let's see what's inside. So far, it looks like a lot of Looney Tunes. And mostly the same stuff that was in Stay Tuned, just carried over to a new name, which makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of merch to work with here. So, very understandable why it's a lot of the same stuff. We're gonna head back into Plaza del Carnaval because Toro is back open, but from what I've been seeing is when they've been bringing trains out, it looks like they've only been running one train, so we might only get one ride for right now. Maybe we'll hopefully get a second in a row, but let's get at least one ride in and say that we got on it today. Oh, we are so back. Let's go. This sand and gravel looks a lot different. Looks much more, I guess we'll say, beachy in a way. It looks a lot brighter. It pops a bit more than what I've seen before, which is nice. Looks really great, actually. Looks really, really great. I've lost count of how many rides that was. That was probably like 5 or 6 rides on Toro. Staged to wait the whole time, and it was running amazing. It was running really well. Happy to see this ride back up and open again. It's a staple to this park, and it's incredible. And mine train time. Happy birthday! It is now 51. 2 rides on mine train, and it kicks. Row 2 is the row you gotta sit in for that ride. It is absolutely incredible airtime. You get some of the best in the park, and it's really a really strong roller coaster for it being 51 years old today. And once again, happy 51st birthday, Runaway Mine Train. I'm sure we'll be back to ride you later on today. I don't know how I missed this on my first coming down here, but the giant wheel is matching the colors of the American flag right now, which is really, really cool. So I assume when it spins, it's going to maintain those same colors in those same positions. And that looks really cool, actually. I really like that. It's a fun way of commemorating the 4th of July this year. And they have the those fireworks show going on, and then they have this too. This looks really nice. And now we're going back on Nitro again, and it looks like they took a train off too from the last time I was here, which makes sense. Again, this is basically a park with not a lot of capacity right now, so, and everyone's probably at the water park and safari. Question is we gotta find out what train they took off. So we're gonna head on up and get a ride or two in. Looks like they took off the A train because this is the D train right here. Nitro rides never get old on the D train. Back row on the D train just feels like a whole nother roller coaster that just shouldn't exist because it is relentless from beginning to end. It is making such a strong case for being a top 3 in the park. It might be just with the D train alone, because that airtime you get is unbelievable. In the back row of D is just unbelievable. It is unbelievable. What a great ride this is. It catches you off guard every time you get on, and every time you get off. It is unbelievably good. So good.
This is true.
Now we're going on Skull Mountain, also known as Jaw Drop Mountain, also known as, I had no idea these things were here. Wow, these are something. Wasn't this show? They cut all these down. Because this is like overrun with like trees. But they've chopped it all down. No wonder why this looks a little different. Wow.
Welcome back, riders. We hope you enjoyed your ride.
I don't know what he's in the all speaker, but this ride desperately needs its music back. It's lost all of its aura over the past couple of seasons. It needs help. Please help this ride, because this ride has real potential to be top 10 in the park. Just give it some help.
Riders, we hope you enjoyed your ride. Once the ride comes to a full and complete stop, you can push up on those lap bars and exit to your left.
Skull Mountain was Skull Mountain. And the great seagull migration has just decided to happen outside Johnny Rockets, because they just really like going to Johnny Rockets for some reason. Alright, we're gonna enter Star Laboratories for the first time since Cedar Point, after riding Siren's Curse 10 times. Now you're gonna get on Flash and see how it matches up. This is gonna be a fun comparison. Now we're riding the 2 new gen throwing Vekoma coasters in the United States that are currently operating, which are gonna be awesome to spot the difference and compare it to. So this is gonna be really fun to ride. Flash still kicks. Audio is back up and working mostly much better than it did before, and it is incredible as always. Siren's Curse is just a way better roller coaster than this, after having ridden both, but Flash is still really good. Still really, really good. Another thing I've noticed about Vekomas, all Vekoma shuttles have the operator check restraints too, but for Sirens, because it's a full circuit, they don't need that, which is a very interesting fact about both rides and a big difference between the two. So something that you should know in advance when you were ever at Cedar Point, and you've ridden Flash before, you would probably know that through this. But yeah, or even the on-ride photos working just as well. So we're in line now for on Justice League. They added indicators. So this is green, yellow, and it looks like orange. Red, but yellow. And there we go. We're right in on Justice League Battle for Metropolis. It's slowly getting better, right? It's slowly getting better. Now that there's indicators on the cars, that is massive. Yes, is it aligned? No. But that's a huge step forward. Just knowing which blaster's ours is such a huge help. And that helped me out a lot, because we actually got assigned a row we'd never sit in. Usually, Saypool and I sit in the back. Yeah. And now knowing which blaster's which, it's like actually kind of helped us out a lot. He technically got 341, but the camera made it look like I got it, so I'm gonna say I got it. And then I think I got like 150, 600 or something like that.
160 something.
Yeah, it's like usually what I end up getting, but like on good days I get like 200K. So not bad, not too bad, but it's slowly getting better, which is great. That's the most important thing. It's getting better, and that's what we want. We just want, it's gonna take a while for things to improve. All you just got to do is be patient, and it'll get better. So let's head on over to the next thing. Skull Mountain earlier, so I think it's only fair we get on Dark Knight as well. Just comparing them. I haven't done this one in a minute, but I have this place in the top 10 at this park, so I want to see if it holds up. Yeah, I still stand by my decision. I think Dark Knight is currently in a better state than Skull Mountain is. And I'm still satisfied, even though it is a cloned ride of a wild mouse of a very common layout. I still think it's running better than Skull Mountain is this season so far. But all in all, a lot of effects are working in there. There's like one or two things that aren't, but other than that, it's still running great. It's still pretty good. It's probably the best, outside of like Cedar Point's Wild Mouse, this is probably the best standard layout one that I've done, and then I've only done the big drop variant at King's Dominion, so still building up that moniker with the Wild Mice a bit, but Dark Knight, this one hits. I don't remember seeing these here in front of Heroes Grow. This is definitely new. They've actually added a line in front of it, which is great, because it's just been very easy to just go right directly behind whoever and just create a giant conglomerate of people, but that looks a lot better. Well, figured we'd make a visit to Superman Island. I have no intent of getting on Superman today, but here's a look at the, I guess you could say gravesite, essentially, with whatever is going to happen here. I don't know. Again, I hope it maybe is going to be something down the road, because, man, this is just so weird. It's so weird. And obviously these planters are very temporary. They're just out in the sun. They're probably just going to rot any day now. Like, it's getting sad. I mean, here's 67, so not too a couple steps from 67 was where the lantern ring was, which is about right here. And then off to the left, here's Conjuring, which I don't know much about the details of Fright Fest this year yet, but I have heard that a lot of the mazes are coming back, except for maybe one, but other than that, I don't know much. So, obviously Fright Fest will have to wait on details from that, but again, this is oof. Is all I'm gonna say to that, is oof. It's great. And we're back at El Toro because it's the best ride in the park. And why can we not get on it again? Because we should get on it again. Because it's that good of a ride. It says it's a 5-minute wait, and I think it's running 2 trains again.
No way.
It's running 2 trains again. Oh yeah, let's go. And we only did 1 ride on Toro because it went down. So, looks like we're gonna have to come back later to get even more rides. And I'm closing in on 10 rides for a day, so might be able to hit that later on. Which should be awesome. Rip. Henry's still there. Henry the Heron. You can see him walking from the Toro pathway up to Medusa. And we're back at Medusa. Because I want to get more laps on it. It's also the same exact weight as it was when I was here earlier. So we're going to go around again. And one thing's consistent. The fire still doesn't work. That sucks. But let's go. I'm Medusa. Can't get any better than that. One of the best forest coasters I've done personally, and it still is just running super well for its age. Like, it matches up well with Dominator. I think comparing this to the Superman Krypton coaster is almost null and void, but this thing still hits really well. Back again. Toro's running amazing once again. Only 1 ride. They're on 1 train again. But wow, it's one of my favorite coasters. It's my favorite coaster here for all the right reasons. It's running spectacular. Cool seeing live entertainment make its return to the park since Decade Day, I think, of last season. So it's been a while since we've seen like live music, and it feels great again to have that back. It adds a lot of atmosphere, especially to that area of the park that desperately needs it. And Tweety and Sylvester are back out. Alright, so we're eating at Granny's. I haven't eaten at Granny's in a while, but we're going to check out something because they added a brand new entree to the table. We'll show you when we get closer up, but it is a tad bit different here. But the big thing that we're also here to check out is the seasonal parfait, which is this it's day exclusive. It looks like Jell-O with like this fruit, sort of like, I don't even know what to call it, but it kind of reminds me of Jell-O from the look of it, but I'm definitely wanting to try that out, so we are here to try that out as well. And here's the new item. They've added barbecue chicken legs. That's cool. Look at that. That's a lasagna. These legs are huge.
Chicken legs.
So Zach's getting him the chicken legs. They come in 20s. These are massive. They're almost like the size of turkey legs.
Oh.
You're about to indulge in that.
Dude, this looks so good. This is one of the best looking things I've had in a while.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I can't wait. I've never been excited to be in Granny's like this before. This is crazy. Look at that. And it is much bigger. I mean, that's like my whole hand right there. It takes up that whole thing. This dude got 2 basically turkey leg size chicken legs. Yeah, you have fun there. My gosh, this looks delicious. I will be back to review this guy in a minute once I'm ready and finish with this. Oh, let's go. I've never seen a man so happy to eat a giant chicken leg in my life. Holy macaroni.
It's so unbelievably ginormous. Don't change it. Don't change it.
No. This is the same debacle we had about the fried gingerbread men. Just leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
And all will be fine.
That's good.
That was delicious, but now I get to indulge in this. I'm pretty sure it's Jell-O, but either way, it looks really appetizing, and I'm very eager to give this thing a shot. So I'll get a couple bites in and see what I think. Yeah, so this literally tastes, it is Jell-O, but I think it tastes really good because the frosting sort of makes it much more sweeter. The coconut, it doesn't really taste like coconut. At least for me, I don't taste coconut that much, unlike others. But you couldn't even finish the other
No,
chicken
I'm
leg.
full. That's how big the portion size was.
You also got like 3 portions of mac and cheese. So this is really good. Probably the best meal I've had at Grady's this season so far. That was so good. It has been a really long time since I've gone on the giant wheel, so I figured, why don't we run it back and get on up there again? And we're making the climb slowly but surely. What the heck, dude? You can't do that on this. What was that? I hope. What the heck? That was so sudden. That was spooky.
That is Darius right there. Anyway, this gives me a good opportunity to film. There we go.
Yeah. Just up here checking out the views. Unfortunately, you're not gonna get anything from Kai from up here, at least visibly yet. Especially by now, like anything early on we'd want to be looking for is probably markers at most. But it's gonna be a very long time before we're gonna get any sort of construction updates from up here, so gonna have to be a little bit more patient for that. But everything is definitely flattened out, so they're ready for like shipments and whatever. It's just waiting on other signs. That's really it. However, I will say the lot does have some capacity to it. Not too many. That was the most interesting ride on that I've had in a while. I didn't come through Skull Mountain from this side, but here's a better look at those totems from the outside. Actually stands out a lot more now since they've cut down those trees. Alright, so we're here making discoveries with a lot of the other crew, and there are some pink markers back on Lantern's plot. You can see the pink band going across, that one in the front, and a bunch of them on the right hand of the screen by the stop sign. Those look like they were all recently put in. Not sure what this is for, to be exact. But this is definitely something new, a very new discovery from the last time that we have been here before. Let me get the focus back into this thing. Holy shnikes. But that is massive discovery. Very exciting one at that too, because we haven't really seen anything as of late. So now we're starting to see these survey markers kind of pop up. This is probably a better spot. Oh yeah. Come on. So a little hard to see and get the focus in. There we go. Getting a little bit better there. Yeah, look at that. Look at all that pink. All that pink right there. That's really good to see. I'm just picking up on the banners that are up here now. All American flag. Means crowds are slowly picking up over by the lakefront for the fireworks show. All right, and we're gonna go on Flash towards the evening with the lights now working. And again, we rode earlier, onboard audio's on, so we get to experience it with all of that again.
Getting 2 diamond elite and 2 gold left from my wife and from the water. We still have it. I mean, it's like $100.
And we're going on Tango because
I can't let you say
somebody kind of forced us on it. It wasn't Colin, it was whoever that guy is. That's a lot of people waiting for fireworks. Holy moly. It's kind of crazy knowing that this is the first time I'm actually here at Great Adventure for the season and it's night. It's weird. It's really weird. watched the fireworks right in front of the Joker, which is certainly a change of pace from last time. There goes the massive crowd of people that are leaving the area, most likely heading out of the park. Oh boy, this is where the chaos ensues, but that was fantastic. Another great show. Just like last year's, it was just as good as this. New location, and Daniel and me. Great fireworks. Once again, Great Adventure never fails with their 4th of July fireworks. It is a spectacle to watch, but this is about to be absolutely insane. There's just massive amounts of people making their way out, but we gotta find our way through. Let's see how this goes. Alright, we're gonna make the scramble out, but there's really just no way and I'm gonna be able to record anything heading out. So I'm gonna cut the vlog out from here. So hope you guys enjoyed this vlog here from Six Flags Great Adventure, 4th of July, 2025 at Great Adventure. Don't forget, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Always take care, right, operators. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will see you all in the parks really, really soon. Happy 4th of July. Goodbye.
Here we go.
Farmstead, hit back. Farmstead, hit back.